Howdy, everyone. It is Wednesday, and it's honestly one of the strangest Wednesdays I've ever encountered. Can't really explain why, because I'm good. I'm feeling great, but something just feels missing. I'm not sure why. So the reviews are in, and a lot of people are still mixed on that Snow White movie, but I'm just not convinced. Now there's another movie called Electric State, and that movie also seems pretty interesting, but a lot of folks are upset because it doesn't live up to the original. Something that the Black Critic guy, I'm pretty sure he still does YouTube videos and whatnot, but shout out to him. He's one of the only critics that I can definitely say understands this notion that when it comes to remakes, it's unfair to just constantly keep stating it's not like the original, and it's best to just review it on its own terms. You can say what you want and say it's terrible and awful because it didn't live up to the original, but you also have to review it as the movie itself. It's set in a different universe, so it may not be our generational version of Snow White or this character from the Electric State, but it's there nonetheless. And again, you all are doing a great job by voting with your wallets and just not supporting it, and therefore, guess what happens? It just dies out. How simple is that? Wow, just don't support it, and there you go. It's gone. It's gone. It fails, and we can go and I guess check out the next thing we're going to be upset about. So, to all my Guilty Gear fans, how are y'all feeling about Venom? And how y'all feel about the fact that we have to wait till summertime for another DLC character? So, fighting game fans, aren't you kind of tired of having to constantly keep waiting for characters and characters? Don't you just wish you just had a full, complete package? But let's just be real, that's never going to happen. So I'm not going to waste my breath. But I don't know, it's just stuff that I think about. But anyway, I also forgot that when does Olympia come out again? Is released again? Because I forgot. I got to stream Rivals of Aether 2 again. Man, you ain't sponsored, but I know. But even though I'm not sponsored by them, I'm still gonna stream the game and I'm still gonna shout them out. I'm gonna say, hey, support this game, buy this game. You're getting free DLC. Probably one of the absolute best battle passes out there. So, and Olympia comes out next week. My fellow artists of SFW, and on the left side, don't disappoint me. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah. Don't disappoint me now. Now, come on. This character's been out for over 6 years. Over on Rivals of Aether, I believe. Or wait, I can't really recall when that character was fully released, but you get my point. So, I mean, come on. Some of us folks, it's dry. It's very, very dry for us martial art lovers. You know. If you don't, good, stay in your place. So, yeah. But how are y'all doing today? I know that yesterday I was kind of in, some folks like to be cute and call it teacher mode. Yeah, that's a thing. They call it teacher mode. Oh, Wilkins in teacher mode. He in teacher mode. And oh, there goes Wilkins in teacher mode again. There he goes. He tried to tell it like it is. So today was so far pretty interesting. I did have to spend a total of $100 something because groceries and everything, and groceries these days are pretty expensive. That I cannot deny. I was lucky to be able to get some groceries for um, less than $60. And I was very fortunate to get some water because, man, my people, my brothers, my sisters of all genders and whatever you want to call yourselves, it is dry up in these streets. I don't know what happened, but food has gone up and folks' wallets are becoming emptier by the second. So, whew, it's kind of strange because I always say, man, I want to play a game. I want to play a video game, but then I just don't play a game. I don't know what's been going on with me. Like, I'll play a game and then I just don't play a game. So, I'm not losing interest. It's just, I mean, unless y'all want me to play Repo and be angry, then I could do that maybe later on. But I don't know. I'm just kind of more of a relaxed mood, is the word. So, yeah, I'm in more of a relaxed mood. So, I think that's the best way to put it. So, I haven't really been focused on playing a lot of games lately, which is strange. So, more relaxed, more focused. Um, yeah. You know, I actually had plans. I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and showcase, you know, how much I really detest the Discord app itself in song. And I thought to myself, nah, I'll do that next time. Right now, I just don't really want to care about that stuff, you know. Like, I was active on Discord and I literally just put myself in offline mode. Like, I messaged folks and then I just kind of was like, yeah, I'll bother them another time. Like, you ever have those moments where you just like, maybe another time, you know? So, it's kind of hard to, like, describe why someone would feel this way. But me personally, I've just been not that too bothered by certain things. I mean, I've always been like this, but you ever just had that moment where you're just like, you know, I guess I'll play a Valve then. I'll just play a Valve then. Oh, says controller disconnected. My bad. Yeah, I'll just play a Valve and I'll just stream next. I haven't played that long. Some a lot of people saying, "Oh, that game's terrible" and whatnot. My brother and my sister, the game may be terrible, but at least the game is something that I can just play and showcase while I talk, while during stream. So, a Valve it is. I shall play a Valve. Just because if I play Robinson Aether, I'm not gonna be able to get up off this seat because I love that game way too much. And VR chat, ugh, no thanks, please. Like, listen, I think I'm just kind of getting tired of VR chat, in my opinion. Like, I like that, but man, oh man, it just it's an app that drains you now. Well, at least me, it drains me, not in a good way. That's why I'm just like, I just gotta get away, man. I just gotta get away. Just can't deal with it right now. Oh, I know something that we can do while I'm trying to wait on this game to freaking, play and whatnot. Let's talk about. I got it. Let's talk about social media's worst DMs known to man, woman, whatever. I feel like that's something that we can talk about, that we all could be in agreement with and just have a good old laugh about. Because some of these DM messaging systems are garbage. Absolute, such a travesty. And then after we talk about how bad these DMs are, let's talk about how we can improve them. So, first and foremost, and you're already going to know which one I'm going to pick for the worst DM messaging system of all time. It's Xbox. Wait, what? Wait, what? Now I know you're sitting there all shocked, like, wait, what? There is no way he said that. There's no way that he said, you heard me right, and I'll say it again. Xbox has the worst DM messaging system I have ever seen in my life. Truly tragic, truly terrible. I will explain why. Now, but before we go into that, let me go ahead and state some of the worst social media app DM messaging systems, okay? So, we all know number one is Xbox. Number two is anything Nintendo related. Nintendo just doesn't like anything doing online. I get it. You know, it's dangerous. It's high risks. And it shows because they have no idea what they're doing. No idea. And it makes no sense. You gotta use friend codes just to add people. I mean, I thought Steam was bad, but Nintendo is just absolutely terrible with it. And then you gotta, you know, and then after you use you find ask someone's a friend code and you DM somebody, and it's just awkward. The interface is just awful. And of course, it's good to know that that they're at least trying when it comes to how to connect to the internet, because Nintendo has the best online servers for any video game, right? Right, Smash fans? Woo! Totally no lag and totally no issues, right? Oh boy, I don't know what's going on through Nintendo's heads, but it's just, they just don't get it. One, they don't understand why it's important for folks to be able to communicate online, but people have been talking about this for 10 years, and now they're just tired. So now they're just laughing at the fact that it's just a big collaborative failure, But yeah, PlayStation on the other hand is PlayStation. It's just average at best. It's not good either, but it's whatever. Facebook honestly should replace Nintendo for the worst, but when you think about it, Facebook is consistent. Someone messages you, but when it comes to consistency of the messages is when it just falls out. So that's why it's I can't put it as the worst, which even though I should, but it's efficient and it works. Then there was the competitor Google Hangouts, which we don't talk about that. we don't talk about that failure of an app. No, literally, it's defunct. It's gone. Same Google Plus Hangouts. Terrible. Just terrible. Oh, I forgot Steam. Steam is actually terrible. Oh my goodness. Every time you add someone on Steam, you send them a message, they say hey, you say hey, and it's that's it. You won't hear from that person, and it's just I don't know. It's just and then of course we have Snapchat, which again, what is Snapchat for again? And then Instagram. Garbo. What I'm starting to see is that a lot of social media apps have really terrible DM interfaces. I can't think of one that's actually good. I would say maybe Telegram. Telegram's pretty good. What's another one? Email. Oh, I'm sorry. We don't talk about email. Email is pretty much the next MySpace to a lot of these folks, even though a lot of jobs still use email. But when I think of the best DM messaging system, it needs to be able to give me freedom. Where when I type out a message, it's clear and clean looking. And when I see someone else's message, it doesn't lead to miscommunication. And I would love a DM system that will remind me, hey, you haven't talked to this person in a week. Maybe you should check them out. No, here's a list of people you haven't talked to in a week. Or hey, here's some suggestions of some conversations y'all can have. You could turn it on and off. It'll be an option. Or, Hey, are you sure you want to send this message? Because this message seems like you're kind of frustrated. You know, I feel like something like that would be incredible because it would stop, folks from miscommunicating and getting into little online fights. But none of that's there. And people say, well, we don't want nothing like that because that infringes on my freedom of speech. But then my brother and sister, when you get banned, then it's like, then you got nothing to say. Because folks these days, they burning apology letters. They don't care. You don't care what you have to say. Rules broken, you gone. You just gone for that. Like, you exiled. You out of here. You don't care. It's a shame that people like that, but it is what it is. But we can go on and on about all of these. Oh, Twitch DMs is just trash. Let's just be real. Like, who even uses Twitch DMs? Who even uses Twitch DMs, man? I'm gonna be real with you. I don't think people TikToks. No. TikToks is the absolute worst. I think TikToks is worse than Discords because at least with Discord you don't get a lot of bot messages, but TikTok you get a plethora of bot messages. But no. But then again, Facebook, you get all of these bot messages too. You also get people just randomly adding you, say hi, how are you? You try talking to them and you don't want to say anything, but they'll follow you. And and they're actually really nice people, but it's like they don't like talking to you. So it's like, oh, weird, but okay. So it's just like, I don't know. Also, dang, that I think I lost some of the tabs on my controller. I'm not sure. I don't know how I did that. So I just looked down my controller and I noticed that some of the analog sticks are gone. Yeah, this was my biggest fear when I bought this controller. That analog sticks are gonna be gone. Should lo and behold, analog sticks missing. I have no idea where that analog stick went. I'm gonna try to look for it. I'm gonna try to look for it, see what happened. Uh, under, it's under here. Why is there so much stuff? Just clean this thing. Don't tell me I gotta replace them. I probably gotta replace them. Dang it. I can just never have a perfect stream. Analog sticks for Xbox. Hang on, I gotta buy these real quick. It's not like I already spent a bunch of money anyway, because I have to get groceries and whatnot. Because I gotta get analog sticks, because this is not comfortable for my hands. Might as well get a controller too. Excuse me. But other than that, let's go back to the topic at hand. So I understand that this topic is pretty much opinionated, but is it really opinionated or is it based off facts? Now, I'm not trying to be that person, but I personally feel it's based off of facts because of the fact that a lot of people are just really getting tired of just dealing with this nonsense, and all we just want is just efficient, you know. Oh, dang. Hold on a second. We just want, analog six, four. Well, dang. Guess I won't be seeing my replacements until the end of April. Okay. I mean, whatever. But anyway, but the DM systems of a lot of these, you know. All right, so it's just really difficult to talk about this because it's been 10 plus years, and I'm not a lot of these social media sites get it. We just keep getting garbage. I'm just gonna be real with you, just straight up trash. Because it's like they just don't understand, man. They just don't get it, man. Man, I seriously want that 8-bit Tudo Ultimate CY controller, but a lot of folks are saying don't buy it, it's junk. So I'm just gonna not do that. Okay, so let me just go to my accounts on Amazon and get rid of my payment information because I do not have time to be getting hacked. No, no, no. Mm-mm-mm. Remove and sign out. There we go. I'll need to be on Amazon for a bit. Just have to deal with it. It's kind of unfortunate I lost my magnetic sticks, but it's whatever. Uh, 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 uh. Oh, that was my stick. Find a way to burn the brims. Okay. Well, that's the next objective. I gotta find a way to burn the brims. Collect items, whatnot. I can't climb the trees. I can't climb trees. Okay, so I think we all can agree, and I know I've been kind of like skipping over, like just like hopscotching this topic because what I'm pretty much asking for is if AI is implemented into this. I know, ironic, right? Even though I pretty much talk about, oh, don't trust AI, but you all seen those exposure videos, how people are just constantly getting, You know how everyone's constantly getting exposed and caught, and there's arguments and people getting banned and kicked and blocked and blah blah blah, and we're just tired and annoyed of it because we're dealing with a bunch of grown children, which is just unfortunate. And it's just like, man, can we just ever have a day of peace without having to deal with nobody saying, guess what this person did? My brother and sister, we don't care. We got our own problems. Folks cannot afford, groceries anymore. And you worried about what some VTuber did? Like, who cares? We're out here trying to survive. We're trying to grind. We're trying to grind, my brother. We ain't worried about what other folks doing. They want to be silly, then let them be silly. But me trying to talk about what my thoughts on what a person did is not going to put food on the table. Woo! Man, oh man. So, all right. Time to be serious. But in all seriousness, DMs on social media need to be more efficient and better. I'm sick and tired of social media and their crappy DM system. It's garbage. All of it's trash. From Twitter, from Facebook, from Discord. It's terrible. Like, what's the point of adding people on these platforms if people don't want to talk, communicate, and then even if you haven't heard from, people in a while, like, there needs to be a way where you receive an email saying, hey, y'all need to finish your conversation because, here's the conversation you had, but it doesn't feel like you ended it. And this person's been waiting for 7 days. And I know to some people that may be annoying, but to me, listen, I will be internally grateful for something like that IRL. I need something like that. I have short-term memory loss and social problematic communication disorder. And a lot of people don't understand that. And I need something like that. That will help me. But no, let's just have this generic, terrible-looking DM system that's just slapped onto every social media app that doesn't do anything. Oh, with Discord Nitro. Discord being the worst because you have to pay to use stickers. What's next? They're going to lock gifts behind a paywall? Like, oh man, Discord has to be the worst offender because you literally have to pay just to upload more than, a certain amount of megabytes for a file. And their excuse, it's just a way to prevent security risks. Well, you need better security features then, because your security features are terrible. The worst I've ever seen. Like, anybody can hack into any Discord account. All you need is an API token and bam, Discord account acquired. Doesn't matter if you have two-factor authentication. That's how scary it is. Like, man, I just don't get it, man. I just really don't trust social media nor their DMs. Like, it's bad enough that I don't trust social media, but the fact that I can't even trust the DMs, and to know that if needed, that law enforcement when I can technically investigate your DMs, it's just like nothing's really secret or sacred. It's like a lot of people tell me, oh, don't worry, nothing's going to happen to you, but all it takes is for someone to snatch my API token, right? No application something, initialization. I forgot what the P stands for. Program, application program initialization code. Something I can't remember what the P stands for. I apologize. That's all it takes, and then bam, they got your account. Goodbye. They can act as you and get you in some serious trouble. So I'm just like, you know what? I just throw my hands up. I'm just sick and tired of social media DMs just being absolute trash and garbage. So, and I'm going to go ahead and now give y'all the 5 reasons why I think that they're terrible. So, I think we can all agree that my top 5 of the worst is definitely has to be Discord, Xbox, I can't say Facebook anymore because they actually improved, but it's still terrible. Telegram. So not Telegram. So yes, Discord, Xbox, anything Nintendo related. Um, TikTok, and last but not least, I'm trying to think of the last one, the one that I know is just terrible for the sake of being terrible. Can't say MySpace. I'm surprised MySpace is still alive. Snapchat. Yeah, definitely Snapchat. Snapchat's just awful. All right. So, what can we do to improve DMs? There needs to be a way where, as long as AI is not intrusive, that it actually will guide people on like who they're talking to and how to pretty much, not guide them, but just a way of just saying, hey, you haven't talked to this person in like 5 days. We need something like that that's integrated, so people like me can stop forgetting about people. I hate forgetting about people, especially if I like them. Like I talk to them, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh man, it's been a while, and then people get mad. So I haven't heard from you 2 years. Like, well, geez, sorry, So it's just like, so it's like, but it's like, what can you really do? What can you really do in that situation? So I feel like if we have some AI integrated DMs, or at least an assistant that can pretty much help us keep track of who we add, and also an AI integrated DMs that will pretty much keep us aware of saying, hey, you have 50 friends. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to restrict you from adding any more friends until you talk to these friends and establish some type of relationship. And have a level up system too, so that way you'll know who talks to you frequently, who doesn't, and give people badges like, hey, this is just someone that talks to you every now and then, or hey, this is someone that talks to you maybe after a year because they're busy, or this is someone that may forget to talk to you. You may want to remind them. Like, if we have like badges like that, that will really help us. Like, hey, this is what I do. And then put it all in a nice, neat little column. Like, here's all the folks you haven't talked to in a while. Here's all the folks that you haven't talked to this day. Here's some people that, you constantly talk to. These are the ones that are active. These are the ones that are constantly offline for X amount of days. And this alone will pretty much also help you if you ever want to do a friends purge. So that way it's like, well, here's all the people you haven't talked to in a while. Do you want to purge the list? And then, of course, the AI bot will say, well, wait a minute. This person, we highly suggest that maybe you purge these folks, but not these folks. And then here's why. And they'll send you a copy of the message via email saying, hey, this person is actually trying to see if you're okay, but you never responded to them in 2 years. I think we need something like that. Like, Corey said, like Mr. Corey Grace said something. Well, sorry, not Corey Grace, my apologies. That's the wrestler. Corey with a K from Double Toasted. The one that worked on Space Jam, the movie. He stated something that is so true. We need something where, like, especially on Twitter, where it's a feature where if you send something and it's just silly, there's a message that pops up saying, are you sure you want to send that? Because I swear, like, sometimes when people send, and I agree with him 100%. Like, when people send messages, they don't think, especially when they're mad. They're like, are you sure you want to say this? Because there's a possibility you could end this friendship if you send something like that. So, again, it will be optional. You could turn it off. But if there is anything like that exists, an add-on for these awful social media, sites, not all of them. Like I said, there are a select few social media sites that they're actually pretty good, and it's always the ones that people don't know about, and they die quickly because they're not popular enough, or it doesn't have a lot of features. I think the reason why a lot of people still use these awful social media sites is because they're effective and they work to an extent. But, again, it's pretty much subjective on which you think is the best or not. So again, this is just something I just want y'all to think about. This is not me saying that social media is terrible and should all be purged. No, social media has its pros, it has its cons, and I could make a video about that one day, or was it TikTok or a Clapper video or a Yahoo video about it. But it's like, at this point, we already know that that may be something that's come along the way. And a lot of people are going to be angry, saying, "Well, oh, it's AI, and it may monitor what I do." And my response to these people is simply this: you are monitored every day, whether you like it or not. It's just the way it is. You know, some may say the universe or spirits or whatever. You are monitored some way. If you're not monitored by, an AI or whatnot, then you're monitored by a person. You're monitored by someone. You're monitoring yourself. Having self control of yourself. So being monitored is just something that's just something you're always going to deal with, whether it be self monitored or being monitored by someone. But people forget that the internet was once a tool for the government used for war, and now it's available to the public. So you get what I'm saying? It's just people really got to understand that a lot of things that go on in this world, in a way, we got to do our best to try to make sense of it. And the one thing I will never be able to make sense of is social media. Like, I get its purpose, I get why it exists, but DMs are just garbage, man. I'm sorry. This is someone who's been nice about it, who's been kind about it, who's never said anything negative, who was always the one saying, actually, having my nerd moments, but I can't defend it anymore. It's terrible. And you want to know what's worse? The voice messaging system, like the voice calls, are awful. They're all terrible. Where, especially on Discord, where you're trying to talk to someone and that person's in a terrible, location where the internet's just bad, and the Wi-Fi signal is just really, really terrible. You can't barely hear anyone. You got to constantly keep restarting the app just to get your mic to work. It's awful. It's just a terrible experience, man. Well, what can social media do to make it better? Well, go back to the drawing board. That's my best suggestion. Well, I can't even figure out what I'm supposed to do. Oh, use my bow. My bad. Whoops. I gotta get my bow. I'm not even paying attention. I'm over here just talking. Okay, thank you. Got it. Got it. There we go. Hmm. So yeah. So you all tell me what you think. I mean, am I wrong? If I'm wrong, then I'm just wrong. I know I've been like, and all that stuff. Like I sound like um, you know, taking a sedative, but I assure you, I'm perfectly fine. It's just that when it comes to certain topics, I got to really think about it. I'm sorry, but oh, I can't do it. I actually feel bad. I actually feel bad for. Oh, I'm a monster. All right, and now I'm over it. So yeah, but I feel like this is the time for not just AI to utilize itself, but I don't think they even need AI. They could just script it. It could just be scripted. I understand that's a lot of work, and we should just have AI do it. But I feel like if they just manually script DMs and just do it over again, it'll be a lot more effective. And if someone bans you or blocks you, that's when you could turn to AI, and the AI will pretty much explain to you these are the possibilities as to why you got blocked and banned. And then you could take a little quiz. You could report it to Discord or whatnot. They could say, "Hey, I feel like this ban was unfair, or whatever." And then that message can be sent to that user saying, "Hey, this person feels like that this is unfair." You can choose to ignore this email, or you can choose to acknowledge it. Oh, by the way, Twitch unban requests, garbage. Garbage, terrible, trash. I don't know who came up with that idea, but it is the worst implementation of social media I've ever seen. The unban requests are terrible. It's common sense that if someone bans you, you're not going to get unbanned. And honestly, if someone bans you, why would you want to go back? I look at it like, if someone bans me, why would I want to be unbanned? I don't care if it was by mistake. It's like, you did it for a reason. I don't want to be unbanned. No, I'm good. You ban me, keep me banned. That's just my attitude. Like, you want to banish me, keep me banished. Oh, okay, I get it. That's just how a Virgo thinks, but I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Like, you gonna, that's how you act, that's how you feel. Then keep me banned, keep me banished. I don't want to come back. I don't want to go back. Shoot. I'm not going back. You want to keep me banned? Keep me banned. I don't see any point in trying to be unbanned. Did you do this? Yes, I did. Did you learn your lesson? Yes, I did. Would you like to come back? No, I won't. Because you're going to make a big deal about it? I'm good. I learned that from an elder. If folks going to make that big of a deal about a little mistake that you made, but those same people are going to get on their knees begging their followers and whatnot to forgive them. And, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Shoot. Keep me banned. I'm good. I have dignity, man. I ain't going to grovel and beg people for forgiveness. I don't do that stuff. That's not me. That's not my character. I don't grovel and beg for forgiveness. The only time someone should grovel and beg for forgiveness is if they did something undeniably wrong, undeniably terrible. Then that's when I say, nah, you should beg for forgiveness. But if that's not the case, then it's just like, yeah, no, I'm good. No, I'm good. So that's pretty much the topic that I have for today, which is about why social media DMs are terrible. So pretty much 5 reasons. It's inefficient. People automatically forget who they message because there's no system implemented that reminds people. They're always messy, unorganized. It's just, it looks generic, and worst of all, it always in a way leads to miscommunication because it's difficult. And I was just talking to a coworker slash friend of mine about this. Coworker, acquaintance, friend. I'm not sure how they see me, but they are definitely someone who respects me a lot, along with his wife. And we were talking about this, about how it's great to hear someone say thank you, congratulations, face to face versus, on Discord, because the response is always hollow. Like, even if you send a voice recording, which is great, just to see it face to face, it's just the most beautiful thing ever. And this is why I say, man, social media is just terrible. And if you think I'm going nuts, type in social media sucks and you'll be amazed at how many people quit social media. Like, even well-known folks quit social media and how their lives are just better. They just see it as a waste of time. Man, I'll never forget the days how the 2000s, my friends and I, my acquaintances, constituents, we would all have these long-winded conversations, intellectual conversations about how social media would change the world for the better and how it will make everything easier. How, if we lose contact with one another, we could just simply send one another a DM. And we are learning each day it's just, no matter what, it's just not possible. The humans, they are stuck in their ways no matter how open-minded they are, some facets of forms that once they choose a certain path, then they're stuck on that. And it's difficult for them to change. So telling them, you have to make sure that you're very, efficient and, constantly communicate with them. it shouldn't be forced. It has to be something that has to come from the heart. If they want to communicate with you every day, they'll communicate with you every day. But there was a time, man, when communicating on social media was fun. Get to see pictures, get to hear from people. Now it's like a chore. It's like a to-do list. It's like part of my tasks. Check this person to make sure that they're not feeling sad and depressed. Versus, let me just see how this person is doing. Wow, they're doing great. Okay, let me talk to them more. Oh wow, they're in college. Let me see what. And here's the thing that really pisses me off about social media. Yes, I did say a term that is not really acceptable for Bang and any agency, and I really don't care because it really does irritate me. When you message someone and you're trying to have a conversation and they always end it without responding back, and then it's like 2 years later and then you respond and then it's like, oh, I missed you, and it's like, you didn't respond back. I checked and I see that you have not responded to my message. Oh, I didn't see it. What do you mean you didn't see it? And this is when I say, because this happened more than once throughout my life, this is why I say social media is terrible. And not only that, the DMs are even worse. We need better implementations of DMs. The notifications are garbage. The notifications do not work. They do not work. I don't want to hear it. They do not work. They're terrible. They're awful. They're trash. And if you have too many people at it, they pretty much are disconnected from one another. One ends up, getting lost in other notifications. It's terrible. It's trash. So, yeah. But that honestly irritates me, where I'm trying to have a conversation, I'm talking, and then the person just flats out stops responding. And I'm just like, I got things to do too. Like, I got things to do. You over here. I'm trying to talk to you. I'm trying to have a nice conversation, and then it just stops. Or when you're role playing with someone, and then it just stops. You could just kindly say, talk with you tomorrow. I'm tired. No, just leave you in the gray. Oh, here's the funny thing that some people do now. This is why I can't stand Discord. Oh, every time you say hi, they want to go on gray. Oh, that. Oh, you have no idea how many times people have done that to me. How that's so annoying. Now I understand why some people do it, because they're trying to avoid one person. But it's like, and that's the thing that's so confusing about Discord and about these DMs. You don't know. You don't know who that person is talking to, and you're not allowed to know, which, thank goodness. But it's like, it feels like Facebook all over again, where you're trying to talk to someone, and they're saying, hi, how are you, blah, 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 and in all reality, they probably don't care about you. They're probably just using you. And then it's like, you message them, you talk to them, and then it's like, you don't hear from them, and it's just, oh, man, it's so annoying. Now, of course, time zones probably have a role to play in this. Create a feature where in the DMs, you actually see that person's current time. And then add a little simple, say, hey, it's nighttime for them. Hey, it's daytime for them. Why isn't this implemented in social media DMs? I don't get it. But we can have memes and stickers and all of this crap, but we can't have something as simple as this. And it's just so annoying. I can't. Oh, Discord gets on my nerves. And the DMs of social media are even terrible or even worse. I'm okay. I'm just talking. Okay. I'm okay. Sometimes you need to go. They spaz about me, and then they spaz about you, and then Okay, what's up? Oh my god. I'm having a good time, folks. I'm not. I'm actually having a good time. Man, this is the best. This is the best shake I've had. So I know I'm spazzing on my words, and but unfortunately, I'm gonna probably have to cut this stream short because, fortunately, I actually have some fun things to do in VR chat. I'm getting triple booked, and for the wrestling role play, and I'm really, really excited. I don't really care for anything that my pony character has to deal with at this point until a certain phase goes through. I'm just kind of playing along, like yeah, whatever. But I'm really excited for the other two matches. I could care less about my pony character participating, in anything dealing with the role plays because at this point it's just whatever. But the me role playing the other characters, it's just I just have so much fun, just being somebody else. So, mm, mm. Oh, it's good. Uh, oh, that's a health potion. What am I doing? Oh. I'm good. I am good. I'm gonna see if there's any Valve avatars in VR chat. Unfortunately, you can't stand VR chat. VR chat is an abusive relationship. Like John Cena says, it's an abusive relationship. Like it is. There's moments that you love and there's a moments that you hate. You're just like, ah! It's like, baby, I love you, but man, I can't stand you. But you do this for me, baby. Okay, I love you again. It's like, ah. That's VR chat for you, man. It's just such an abusive relation. It's like you're in the most worst abusive relationship ever. Like you're enjoying yourself, having fun, and then one person has to call you a racial slur, and it just destroys everything. And everyone's just like, dang, okay. And then you just hear that. That's from The Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. Ow! Stab, stab. Oh, oh. Stab, 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 stab. Oh, run, 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 run. Ah! I ran out of health potions. Ah! Gal. Ah! That was the best Ragnar physics I see. Just, oh. Oh, that's funny. That's fun. man. All right. Save game. Save game again. And again. And once more. And quit. All right, folks. There you go. That's your, unfortunately, your 1 hour stream. I'm going to talk to y'all for 5 more minutes. And then that's pretty much it. So my quote of the day is, what's a broken hand to a finger? As long as you can move the other fingers, then know that there's still a chance. In other words, what's a few bad moments in your day when you can still make the rest of it great? So, there you go. I tell you, folks, rest is key. Eating breakfast is key. Working out is key. Taking a breath of that fresh air is key. I had a wonderful time just talking to you all and just having a little vent about social media DMs, how much they're terrible, because they are. I understand that there are some people that look at Discord and other DMs and like, oh, it's just how you use it. I personally feel like it's been 10 years. We need something more efficient. And not just DMs or social media, but emails need something like this too. Like, hey, we noticed you received a bunch of spam mail for this person. Would you like to unsubscribe from it? I feel like maybe AI, in a way, should kind of sort of take over, should kind of sort of take over, DMs. In a way, I just feel, and again, it should be optional. I feel like if Discord were to implement that, say, hey, we are implementing something new with Discord, where the AI will pretty much guide you. And I'll say, you know what? If this actually works, that'll be awesome. And something that will also help? If there was an AI bot that warned people, especially like me, again, with short-term memory loss, hey, you're spamming a lot in this server. Here are some examples of spam. Going into each individual channel and typing. You need to wait at least 20 to 30 minutes before you can type. Or at least type in one channel a day. After you type one time, that's it. And I'll say, you know what, AI bot, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Because no one took the time to teach me that. So, I feel like it would also save the trouble for a lot of YouTubers and whatnot for constantly having to say this stuff. They're like, well, that's just common sense. Everybody. No. Yeah, everybody. That's what everyone likes to say. Oh, sweet. Hey, enjoy that beta, man. Enjoy that beta, brother. But yeah, we got 2 more minutes, and then I'm going to go ahead and call it. And then I have to finish eating and get ready for show. Oh, actually, I'm going to live stream this. So the stream will not be over. I'm actually going to live stream this. I just got to figure out a way so it doesn't lag out. Because if it lags out, then that's a problem. Because I know, and here's another thing that I can't stand about Discord. It takes up so much of your VRAM. It does. I don't know what it is, especially the website version. It just takes up so much of your VRAM. So much of it. Because yes, of course it does. Very annoying. Very frustrating. But yeah. So that's just my thoughts. My, disorganized thoughts on social media DMs and how much they are terrible. And we should welcome AI to improve upon it. This is something that I never would have expected to say to come out of my mouth. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. I am going to go ahead and get everything started. So I am going to mute myself for now. So take this time to eat. Go check out your favorite streamer. I can say that it really doesn't matter because, it's whatever. Do whatever I want. It's my stream. All right. And I shall talk to y'all in a bit.